Hello, press continue, Kelley. Don't press exit meeting.
Hello. I
Hi.
have successfully hit continue.
Yay. We're slowly
Yay!
learning.
Yes, we are.
We're,
We're getting there.
we're getting there.
Hmm.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes, it does.
I had to remind her just in case.
For some reason, I just want to click leave meeting. I don't know why. It's just I know the continue button is blue, and it's like pick me, and I'm just like no.
Undiagnosed ADHD?
Yeah,
No, that's not what I'm thinking of.
isn't that
Dyslexia.
right? Oh, just
Dyslexia. There we go.
I mean, it could be a little bit of both.
I'm sorry. It's very early.
It is. It's
Yeah.
earlier than I would like to be up on a Tuesday morning.
Hmm. I mean, I'm already up usually at this time, but I'm usually just watching Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
same.
then, like, in about 3 minutes, I usually go get on the bike, which I don't think is going to happen this week. Meet my morning rides because stuff keeps happening in the morning and I don't ever have time anymore.
I feel that.
So now I have to do them at the end of the day, which kind of sucks. But yeah. How was your week, Kelley?
It was good. It was my birthday.
Yes, yesterday was Kelley's birthday.
Yes, it was.
Yay.
Yay. Yeah.
How's it feel to be
Um
25, Kelley?
it's actually pretty cool so far. I've had 24 hours with it,
The
so I'm not
frontal
mad at
lobe
it.
is fully developed now.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yeah. Oh, it feels amazing. I felt it growing all until yesterday when it finally stopped.
Yeah, just hard stop. It was just
Just
like,
hard stop.
I'm done.
I'm done. Which I would like to be the same. No. But it was it was nice. I had a day off yesterday. Um so I literally just chilled basically all day. I think this is the most chill birthday I've ever had, which I'm okay with actually. I don't have to be going all out or anything.
Mhm.
Um yeah, one of my friends sent me flowers and I really love them. They're sitting on my desk.
Yay.
Um but yeah. Other than that, my week was okay. Oh, I finally did an escape room again.
Hmm.
I did one once before in San
I
Francisco,
still haven't
and
done one. Why haven't I done one
I
yet, Kelley?
know we have to do one together. It's so fun. But I went with my parents who've never done one before, and my brother was there too. But we've done at least two before, so it was kind of funny watching my dad like be like, "But we got to do this, we got to do that," and I'm just like, "Bro, calm down. It's cool. We're just gonna handle one clue at a time. It's all right."
I don't even know how
Um,
I don't even know how they start. I would be completely lost.
it's basically what you think it would be like. They literally just drop you in the room
No, that's
with
fine.
an objective. Yeah. And then you just have to figure it out in time. That's literally it.
Cool. So we're just gonna be stuck in
Um,
that room forever. Got it.
yeah. Yeah, but we have to do one. I really want to take you guys out to an escape room. I think it's gonna be really funny.
Cool, cool, cool. Cool.
But yeah, that was me. How about you?
Busy times. Busy, busy, busy.
Busy times. Okay.
Um, let's see. It was hot for like 3 days in a row. It was great. I like laid
Oh
outside,
yeah.
got some sun, but I have like a love-hate relationship with heat. Like I
Hmm.
like it for like a day, and then after that, I'm like, go away.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
tired of it
that.
being hot. My house does not have air conditioning. Don't like this. No
Yikes.
bueno. Yeah, but it was great. And then it rained yesterday because like climate change.
Why not?
Look,
Right.
it's raining in spring. Climate change.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then another thing that happened this week was so great. So great. I updated my phone and found out I had been missing voice messages from jobs.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
That was great. One of the jobs was with the Wall Street Journal. That was amazing to hear that come out
I'm
of that
s-
man's voice when
I'm
I was
so
listening to
sad
the
you missed that
message.
one.
Yeah. Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then yesterday I went to the doctor. Super
Oh.
fun, super fun. They like took blood, they gave me a flu shot, I had to do a, what is it called, a physical. Great
Hmm.
time, great time, all for a job that I may or may not even do. So yay.
Well,
So that was super fun.
yeah.
But other than that, it's just been job interviews, um working out on my bike,
Hmm.
the
The
average,
usual.
the
Oh.
usual. I don't do anything. This Friday we're gonna go see that new Fantastic Beasts movie.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Apparently it's good. We'll see, but
We'll
like,
see.
update to come. But apparently it's good.
Yeah. We'll tell you all about it.
Yeah. But you know what I'm ready for you to tell me about?
What are you ready for?
Burlesque.
Okay. So this week we are talking about Burlesque.
Yay.
Yay. The movie starts out with two women who are splitting their tips at Dwight's bar. And one of our ladies, Allie, is saying that she's going to quit when she gets her paycheck, which I feel that.
I mean, look at me now, 5 months later, no job. I really feel that.
When her boss shows up, he says that he's not going to give them their paycheck because it's not the end of the month yet. But Allie counters and says that he hasn't even paid him for last month. Which
and they're still there.
And they're still there. Yeah, right.
Y'all
you
are
cannot
insane.
live on. Yeah, right. How are y'all living on tips only?
Look. I know that like waitresses mostly live off tips anyway. Mm-hmm. But like if I'm not getting paid for being there, I'm not coming. Like I'm not coming. That's not how.
Yeah,
look, that might just be me. I'm very like, fuck this job. But what was that other woman's name? Forgot her name. Maybe it's in my notes.
I know her son's name.
2 minutos. Loretta. Loretta has a child. Loretta. And she's like, oh well.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, you can just pay me whatever. No.
Girl, you have a child.
Yeah. And it sounds like you're a single mother. So you need that paycheck.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, it really couldn't. If you're not paying me within a couple days of like payday,
I'll give you first offense, I'll give you like 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days. If it happens again, you have 24 hours to give me my money, or I am quitting and I am suing you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's just how it goes.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
But their boss still says that he won't pay either of them as he leaves the bar, saying that he'll come back later. So Allie immediately goes to the cash register and takes the money that she is owed.
She somehow knows the exact amount because she was like, not a penny more. And I'm like, girl.
Exactly. I'm like, maybe a penny more.
You just, right? For pain and suffering, I haven't been paid in a month.
Exactly. There's interest, bro. And she takes exactly what she's owed and gives a little bit to Loretta so that she can buy her son the bike that she's been wanting to get him. But Loretta doesn't take it and gives it back to her, saying that she's going to need it eventually wherever she's going.
Loretta's like, I'll handle it.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you're going to get fired.
Right. Because you're complicit in whatever she's doing.
You should have took that money because you're going to get fired.
Exactly. Unless your plan of handling it was suing the man for everything he owes.
Yeah.
I don't.
Unless your plan was to take over the diner, you're probably screwed.
Exactly. So Loretta leaves the bar to go pick up her kid from school as Allie closes up the shop and sings "Something's Got a Hold on Me."
Bop number 1.
Here comes the bop counter, bop number 1.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of bops on this list, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And we switch between watching her packing up and leaving and a group of girls that are dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And
One of
she
them is
then,
Julianne Hough.
yeah, one of them is Julianne Hough, the only, I think, legit dancer on this whole.
And a very bad wig.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just use her real hair color?
Right.
I don't know why they had to give her that bad wig.
Right. Like, why did she have to be a redhead?
She really didn't. Like, it had nothing to do with her character at all.
It didn't.
Like, you would think, oh, it would come up in a song, or they would mention her being a redhead a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-mm. No.
No need for her to be a redhead.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like straw on her head.
Was it to like distinguish her from like Christina Aguilera? Like they were like, no other blonde.
You know what? Probably.
And then they were like, but we have too many brunettes.
Which, I mean, the only other brunettes are like Nikki and Tess.
Yeah. Nikki, Tess, and then like background dancers.
Yeah, right. So they could have left her like dirty blonde.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Something. That wig did not need to happen.
It really did not. So once in LA, Allie starts searching for places to audition and works her way through the list in the newspaper that she has.
Yeah, she had a backstage thingy. I know there was like a website for that. Didn't know it was a newspaper. But also Miss Allie, Miss Country Bumpkin. You would have been better off just carrying that money around with you. Like the second I saw you tape it to the back of the toilet, I was like, oh, that's bad. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
That's not gonna. In California, they will search everything.
Yeah.
They will search in between books.
We're wild out here in California.
They will search in between books. They will flip over mattresses. They will flip over your TV. They will search through every cab. Like they're not gonna leave anything untouched. Trust me, as someone who's
they're gonna look underneath drawers.
Yep. As someone whose house was broken into, they will search everything. Yeah.
And also the most obvious place to put money, inside the toilet.
Yeah. You're like, oh, no one's gonna go in there. Like these
if they're breaking in, they'll do anything.
Right, they'll do anything. If they're breaking into your apartment, hotel, wherever you were, they'll do anything.
Yeah. So if you're a country bumpkin coming to LA for the first time, keep your cash on you.
Keep it on you, or better yet, put it in the bank.
Ooh.
Like a normal person.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
You can always cancel a card.
Yeah. Isn't that just a weird thought? You can put your money in the bank.
No way.
And it'll be federally protected. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Great Depression.
Thank you. So one night, Allie stumbles across a burlesque bar and goes in. Inside, Allie gets to the bouncer and pays $20 just in time to see the ladies on stage perform Welcome to Burlesque.
Plot number 2.
Also,
Allie is so lucky that it was only $20.
Yeah.
Because in LA, $20 to get into a club.
$20.
And there's
like I get it's a hole in the wall, but $20 is like bottom line.
Dirt cheap to get into a club. And there was like no like 2-drink minimum or anything like that. It was just $20. And then you could go in there and sit however long you wanted. Like you weren't
you got cut a deal.
Yeah.
That's a bad business model from Tess.
for a club, that's a bad business model, but I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about it later.
That business degree is coming in handy today.
Yes, it is. I have a lot to say about this business.
So Allie is transfixed by the whole thing and asks one of the bartenders who she has to talk to get on stage. And he gives the name of Tess and says that she'll find them backstage. And that to say let anybody back there.
They just let anybody back there.
Right. And to say that Jack sent them. Once Allie gets backstage, she watches the chaos of all the dancers and overhears two people discussing a man called Marcus Gerber. Allie then finds Tess and talks to her, but Tess does not have the time for her at all, and she makes that very clear.
Yeah.
And tells her to leave her name and number with Sean before she gets pushed out, before she can say anything else, really.
Yeah. Which, like, they were actually being quite nice to her, because, like,
they were.
Who told you to come back here?
Right. They were so chill about it too. They're like, "Oh, okay, Jack sent you. Just leave your name and number, and we'll get back." And she's like, "No, I've got things to say."
Like, we'll let you know when we have an audition. She's like, "No, I don't need an audition. I need to be on this stage right now."
Right, like, let me on right now. But I'll tell you what I can do, and just let me on.
Yeah, just let me on.
Yeah, I don't see what the problem is. After Allie gets pushed out, Tess and Sean then look for Nikki, one of their dancers, and she appears late and gets roasted by Allie when she is mistaken for a waitress.
Why did they keep Nikki?
Honestly.
Like, I get like friendship, loyalty, but like, this is a business. And no dancer is irreplaceable.
Right. No matter how good they are.
No matter how good of a dancer you are, someone can replace you. If you're a dancer, please remember that. Stay humble, because you can be replaced.
Yeah, yes.
Quite easily, especially in LA.
Right. In LA, there's people teaming. They're foaming at the mouth.
There are literally 20 girls standing at the door ready for you to leave so they can take your spot.
Exactly. And she's been late multiple times.
Seemingly every day. Every day.
And drunk.
As a black man, I wish I could.
This business model is looking worse and worse every second.
Oh, it's gonna even get worse once we like get into something else. You'll see. You'll see.
As Tess is leaving, she notices that one of the waitresses aren't doing their job, and she just decides that she's gonna do it for her.
You mean Allie?
Oh, what did I say?
You said Tess.
Oh, sorry. I get mixed up.
Yeah, Tess is not only an owner and performer, she's also a bartender / waitress.
So Allie, excuse me, is the one that decides that she's just going to become a waitress and take some orders. And when she goes back to the bar,
she left Iowa somehow just to be another waitress.
Yeah, another waitress at another bar.
Which honestly, it is better. You do get paid minimum wage.
Yeah.
In California to be a waitress, as opposed to Iowa, where you only get paid tips and then like $2 an hour.
True. And maybe this employer might pay her on time. Yeah. She somehow convinces Jack to let her work that night for free. And if she sucks, that he can just let her go, even though she's not even employed there. But if she does well, then she should get paid. And this works.
Because Jack has the authority to do that.
Exactly. So the next night comes, and Tess and Sean notice that Allie is back. And she's still being her waitress. Full on working. Yeah, she's being her waitress self.
Hasn't signed a single I-9, any of the forms for her W-2. She's just full on working.
Yeah. She just decided she works here today.
Right? She's like, I work here now.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I hired myself.
Yeah.
I'm a self-starter.
I don't know how things work in Iowa, but here we have paperwork that needs to be done.
Yeah. There's at least an interview.
Tessa's club could be shut down for wage theft. This might even be considered slavery. I don't know the law.
Yeah, we don't know anything, but it does not seem legal.
It's not legal.
Okay. And Tess asks how Jack had the authority to hire her in the first place, which
I would ask the
correct,
same question. Yeah.
right? um, and he just says that she starts working, and Tess calls Allie over and says to not cross her again before allowing her to work.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still no paperwork signed, by the way. Okay. While on the floor, Allie gets an order from Marcus Gerber, and he tells her to let Nikki know that he is there waiting for her. Nikki then shows up late again and notices that Giorgio and the other dancers has gone on for her. And
Julianne
notices
Hough.
that Allie, yeah, Julianne Hough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because like
that
Georgia does not show up much, so we need to let you know
it
who
does
she
not.
is.
Yeah, exactly. And she notices that Allie now works at the club and wants her out because she insulted her the other day before forcing herself on stage. Nikki and Georgia then fight for stage time as Allie wishes that she was them on stage.
It was very High School Musical 3.
Oh, yeah.
Very Sharpay and that British girl.
Honestly, if I was Georgia, I'd be so pissed. So pissed.
You show up late and then try to steal my spot? No.
Exactly.
I would have pushed her off the stage.
Honestly, same. I would have tripped her or just like, oops, sorry. Get out of my way.
And how did she even have time to get on stage?
Right.
Because like when she got there, Georgia was already performing. And then somehow within like 2 seconds, she had her costume on, her hair done, her makeup done, and was performing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man.
It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. The math ain't mathing right now.
The math ain't math. But also, when we get to the end of the movie, I'm going to bring up something very, very shocking.
Okay.
You probably didn't notice it, but I did.
Oh, okay.
I did.
All right. So back at the bar, Jack and Allie talk about Marcus, who is a regular and is currently dating Nikki. Allie then tells Jack that she wants to be on stage, but he just sends her back out on the floor to do her current job, which is waitressing. Mm-hmm. We then get a montage of Allie working at the club and reading up about burlesque clubs. One night, Nikki is performing to Long John Blues as Allie watches, and we see business happening between Marcus, Tess, and Vince, who is Tess's ex-husband.
Yeah.
As they discuss business upstairs, because he wants to offer. He gives her an offer.
It's a terrible offer. Terrible offer.
Tell me about it.
$1 million for a club on Sunset in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus was playing Tess's face.
Yeah.
But he was doing it because Vince was acting so desperate.
Oh my gosh. Literally any money he probably threw in Vince's way, he would have said yes.
Right. If he had said like $200,000, Vince would have been like, sure, why not? I don't care.
Oh my gosh.
Like Vince was being so desperate that he was willing to take that terrible offer.
Yeah, no.
He was like, yeah, we'll both get $500,000. And I was like, cool. And then you'll have to move out of California because what the fuck can you afford with that?
Right. Especially if you are going to be in California, you can't be in LA.
Nope. Have fun in Stockton. Right. Have fun in Bakersfield. Fresno, maybe. Maybe. You're not going to be anywhere fun.
No, you're not. You're going to be in the middle of nowhere. It's going to be dusty and dirty.
Yes. It's going to be very dusty.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be hot.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's going to be white people everywhere.
And not hot where you're able to drive to a beach within an hour, but like hot and you're just trapped in heat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does he like not know market value for his own business? Why did Tess even have him on the business side?
He can't. There is a multi-million-dollar condo being built right across the street, and he thinks that $1 million is a good deal. Stop playing in my face, Vince.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Tess is in need of money though, and they talk about her selling the club to Marcus, which she obviously refuses, and good for her.
Yes, as she should have.
As she should have.
Come to me when you're hitting like 5 million.
Yeah, minimum. So Allie brings up drinks and she overhears the conversation between the three of them. She gives the drinks to the dancers, and Tess finds the 2 shots that were meant for Nikki and drinks them in front of her before sending her back out on stage because she does not need any more alcohol in her system. She does
not. Also, those were some big ass shots.
They were. Those were not shot glasses.
Those were bigger than shot glasses.
Yeah.
It took Tess a good 3 seconds to down that shot. Mm-hmm. And I was like, a shot should not take that long to down.
It should not. It's literally throw it back, you're good.
Throw it back, it's gone.
It's not a you slowly pour into your mouth kind of deal. Tess and Sean then start to discuss Marcus when Allie comes in again, wanting to suggest things for the show, which would be live vocals.
Unsolicited.
Unsolicited, by the way.
No one was asking for help. She has no experience in business.
Nope.
Or burlesque. She is quite literally just a waitress. And she's like, what we should do? We should have live vocals. Yeah. And then I should sing them.
Mm-hmm. She spent like maybe 2 weeks at the club.
Yeah. Maybe 2 weeks.
She's an expert now.
Yeah.
She's like, I've watched the shows. And I'm like, babe, Tess made the shows.
Yeah.
She is the owner. She knows what's best for her own business. Jeez. But Allie quickly gets shut down, which of course she would be, and sent on her way. Assuming this happens all in one night, Allie gets back to her apartment and finds that it's been ransacked. Time is even more of a construct in this movie than anything.
Oh my gosh! Oh, y'all don't even know. I'll tell you. I told you. I'll tell you at the end.
No, because literally they just be changing people's outfits in the time of day.
And barely even the time of day.
Honestly, everything either happens at night or like
in
morning,
the club,
and that's
so you can't tell what time of day it is.
You can't tell what time it is. Yeah, the club is either opening or closing
because the club, just coincidentally has no windows.
Yeah.
Which
it's literally like a basement.
Which I am 100% sure goes against all types of fire codes.
Yeah. that cannot be real.
It can't be. That's literally illegal.
Yeah, you have to have a way out, guys.
They literally have a hotel they just built at Disney World that quote unquote has no windows, and it has windows.
Yeah.
You have to have windows.
You have to.
We learned about those fires at the like factories in New York City where the girls were like dying because they didn't have windows.
Yeah,
we learned about that.
Yes, we did. And that's why you have to have windows and exit doors and stuff like that, because it's not safe.
It's not safe.
How has Tess not been shut down for anything?
I don't know. Unless she bought this building in 1924, I don't know how she was able to get away with this.
So Allie is broken up about her apartment being ransacked and goes to Jack's apartment, or whatever we want to call it, townhouse.
Right? Is it an apartment? Because on the outside, it looks like
it looks like a straight up house. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you walk in and it's a studio.
It's a studio apartment. And I'm like, what? And it looks like it's like multiple stories high.
Yeah.
Literally, you walk in. It's a studio apartment.
It is, yeah. You walk into the kitchen. There's a living area. And then there's 2 glass sliding doors,
and that's the bedroom.
And that's it.
And then there's also like a bathroom in there, I guess.
Yeah. Yes. There's a bathroom in there.
But that's it.
Mm.
We'll just call it an apartment because that's what they call it.
Yeah. Yeah. But Jack comes home and Allie is there. And he lets her in so that she can call for help. But she doesn't have anybody. So he says that she can stay the night. And tomorrow they can figure everything out. Jack is playing the piano in his room.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. It's not like they're like 2 feet away from each other anyway, because it's small in there. And Ellie finds out that he writes music, and she asks him why he left Kentucky, and he counters her asking the same. And she said that she didn't see a life for herself out there, and he says the same for him.
Because duh.
Yeah.
Why else would anyone else leave their state?
Right.
They don't want to be there.
They don't see a life there. Yeah. She's thinking like some FBI like witness protection program.
Do you think I voluntarily want to live in California with these high ass prices of everything? No, I just don't want to live anywhere else.
True. I love California.
I love this
place.
As
messed up as we are.
I love this place so much. I'm willing to literally scrape by for the rest of my life.
Right.
I don't want to leave. And I've tried. I lived in Texas. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah, right. It's not like you haven't lived in another state or just like California. Yeah, he's tried it, guys.
I've lived in a different state. I have visited a lot of different states. I can't leave. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. That's just how it's gonna be.
Yep.
So the next day, Allie makes breakfast as a thank you and finds out that Jack is straight because she assumed he was gay because he wore a lot of eyeliner.
He did kind of act gay. I'm not gonna fault her on that.
Yeah.
Their first interaction was a little gay.
It
was a little gay.
Yeah, he had the vibes. So I don't blame her.
I don't blame her.
And she finds out that he is engaged, and Allie feels awkward because she's just in a t-shirt.
She's just walking around in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And she's like, let me put some pants on.
Yeah. Immediately switches it up. And she gets dressed and says that she's awkward about living in a guy's apartment who has a fiance, which I get it.
Correct. Yes.
Correct. So Allie leaves and waits at the bus stop, but it's raining and Jack feels bad for her. So he goes out and gets her and tells her that she can stay with him for a couple of days so that she can get her feet underneath her. At the bar, Tess finds Georgia throwing up in the bathroom and finds out that she is pregnant and that her boyfriend doesn't know. And Tess encourages her to tell him because she's sure that he will be excited for her, even though her face says otherwise.
Her face says otherwise. Why is this Julianne Hough's best acting performance? That's very sad. This is her best acting performance. Like, this is the best thing I've seen her in. And I've seen I don't
think I've seen her in anything else.
I've seen her in 2 other things, and they were both terrible. That Nicholas Sparks movie she was in, that was bad. Where they also had her in a horrible like reddish brown wig, and then in Grease Live, also terrible.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I don't think terrible. I will either.
You shouldn't.
I mean, I usually go to you for all of the live.
Tell me why they had
Aaron... You will actually watch them.
Yeah, tell me why they had Aaron Tveit's old ass playing a high schooler. He literally has crow's feet, and somehow he was a high schooler. Not to like be ageist or anything. Like, who cares if he has crow's feet? But like, if you're trying to portray a high schooler, you probably shouldn't have crow's feet.
They should kind of look young.
You should look young.
Yeah.
Not like a 40-year-old man.
Yeah. Nothing against his appearances. He's a very very good looking man.
Yes, he's a very attractive man, but he is a very
not
attractive
passing
older man.
Yeah, he's not passing for a high school teenager, dude.
No, not at all.
That's just no.
But back to Julianne Hough.
Yes.
Terrible actress. So sorry. Great dancer. Bad actress. This is unfortunately her best acting performance.
Yeah.
And she's only in the she's only in the movie for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. But she needs to redeem herself. And also, if somebody does cast her, don't give her a red wig. Let her just use her hair. Please. Jeez.
Also, have a acting coach on set. Please.
I feel that.
She needs constant updates.
Oh.
She needs to be checked.
She can be good.
Yeah, she can be good.
She can be good.
She just needs help.
Yeah. Everybody needs a little help.
Everybody needs a little help.
So because of this information, Tess and Sean are now holding auditions when Allie walks in. And she hears them discussing that the girls that they saw are not good. And they potentially might like one. When Allie decides this is now her time to shine.
Yeah.
And just straight up goes on stage, doesn't even announce herself, and just goes into a performance.
She just starts dancing. Music starts playing somehow.
Yeah.
And she just starts dancing.
Yeah, she somehow had enough time to walk up to the second floor, get Dave to play her something, walk all the way down,
and then run all the way down back on
the stage. Yeah. And be not out of breath when she goes up there to dance.
In like 5 seconds. She did all of this in 5 seconds.
Tess immediately cuts Allie's performance, saying that they aren't looking to watch her dance right now. But Allie really wants to do this. So she asks what Tess wants to see. And Tess just straight up tells her that she needs to own the stage. Like, you do however you need to do it, but you need to own the stage and you need to convince me. So Allie asks her what she wants to see her do. And Tess tells her to do wagon wheel.
Yeah.
Nikki, Georgia, and Coco, and Jack, who all appear at the same time out of nowhere.
Yeah. Because at this club, there are no set hours. People just come in when they want to come in.
Exactly. And I'm assuming these auditions are happening hours before the club.
It's the middle of the day.
We're assuming.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Unless they decided to do these auditions right before the club opens.
Exactly.
Which possible.
Yeah, they could. After Allie's performance, Tess tells her no. But Allie talks her into it.
No, she whines her way into a job. I literally wrote it that way. I was like, she literally just whined her way into a job. Like Tess was saying she whined her way
into every job that she's gotten at this bar.
Tess was saying no. And then she's like, please. And she's like, okay. Like, just shut up.
She's like, honestly, like, I told you no.
Yeah.
What about no don't you get? But she gets the job. And Sean goes up to her and kind of congratulate her and tells her to meet him upstairs so that he can help her with costumes.
No rehearsals.
Jack then, no rehearsals. They're just putting her on that night.
Yep. Because she says she knows all of the routines.
She says.
But what part of the routine? Like each girl has a different.
The main or the backup, exactly.
Like each girl has a different part. Like what part of the routine do you know?
And then how does she know how to work with other dancers?
True.
She's never danced before.
True.
It's different doing it by yourself than with other people.
Yeah.
So Jack comes to see her after, and she says that she quits being a waitress, and that with her new raise, she'll be off of his couch soon.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Allie then goes upstairs to meet Sean, and she goes upstairs and gets her wardrobe and props for the dances that she's going to be part of. We then get a montage of Allie practicing on and off the stage.
Yeah.
Like in public.
Yeah.
The dances that she's going to be in, and we see her performing with the other girls on stage. One night, Tess is still ragging on Allie, which I would be too, because this girl mined her way into a job and onto my stage.
Yeah.
And later when the girls go out for dinner, she isn't invited with them. Allie isn't invited with them. And stays to work on her makeup, ?
Yeah.
But Tess finds her and asks where the other girls are. And when she finds that she's alone, Tess decides to give her a break. And she tells her about her mom and gives her advice on how to do her makeup, because Allie did not have her mom to teach her how to do that.
Mm-hmm. We learn nothing else about Ellie's parents.
No.
No.
We don't learn anything about her dad.
No.
No siblings. I have no idea.
We don't know what happens to her parents.
Mm-mm.
We don't know at what age she lost her parents. It's just, they're gone.
7. Oh, no. Like the parents' age or her age?
Did she say her age when they
Yeah,
left?
she said she was 7.
Oh. Who took care of her then?
She doesn't say.
She just raised herself. Which, by the way, can't wait to tell you one of my recommendations for this week. Yeah.
Okay. After hearing her story, Tess encourages Allie and says that she won't be the new girl forever. At Jack's house, Allie has clearly overstayed her welcome and is a terrible roommate.
Yeah.
And Jack reminds her to find her own apartment as he takes a call from Natalie.
And then she's like,
fiance.
And then she's like, all of the apartments are over $1,000. So somehow she can't afford an apartment over $1,000, but Nikki can afford a convertible.
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense to me.
Also, she's not paying rent.
Yeah. What has she been doing with all this money?
Right.
Also, has she never heard of a roommate?
Right. And she clearly had enough money to live by herself the first time around.
Yeah.
So, and she's clearly making more money now. So,
what's going on, Allie?
What's going on, Allie? Where is your money going?
Do we need to have a quick little like sit down and like make a budget together?
Right. Do you need an intervention? What are you spending your money on?
Right. What are you spending your money on?
Like, you should have at least enough money to stay maybe a couple months in an apartment by yourself. Yeah. Even if it's a shoebox. So Allie starts to look at apartment, and Jack changes his mind on letting her stay because his fiance Natalie has to stay in New York for an extra couple of weeks, and he needs help with rent. So Allie and Jack work out. Anyway.
So Jack was able to afford this place on a bartender's salary. But Allie can't afford a place.
Allie can't afford, yeah, and she's a dancer.
As a dancer? Curious.
Yeah, weird.
Dumbfounded.
So I put Allie and Jack worked out how rent is going to go, but she basically dominated this conversation and ends up taking the bedroom and the closet.
He is dumb as hell. This is his apartment, and he gave away his bedroom and his closet.
Yeah. I mean, at least she's paying rent now, but you are not getting my bedroom or the closet.
Right?
I'm just saying.
And isn't she only paying like $600?
Right.
You're not getting the bedroom.
No, you're not.
This is not also, Iowa. Like
rent, it isn't. Also, she's only paying $600.
Right? Rent is not $600 in LA.
No.
Spare me, even with a roommate. Yeah. Spare me.
No. Even with like a couple of roommates, it's not going to be $600.
No.
Because I've looked at like houses for rent for 5 people total, and the
Mhm.
least I could get it
It's
was
like $1,000 a person.
$1,000 a person.
Yeah, that sounds about right because I've
So
done the same exact thing.
exactly. Like, Allie, babe, what's going on here?
And we're not even in as hot of a market
Yeah,
as
and
LA.
that's not even super close to San Francisco or the Bay Area. It's
Yeah,
literally like an hour out from
yeah.
San Francisco. She does not know anything about California.
She doesn't, and Jack is dumb.
Oh yeah, Jack has goo goo eyes so
Yeah,
bad that he's all like, "Yeah, have the bedroom, have the closet. Only pay 600."
right.
You could not catch me simping that hard.
For 600 a month, he could have just picked up some extra shifts.
Really though.
Like you could just pick up like 2 extra shifts and you could get that
Right.
$600 a month.
Right. He doesn't work weekends now, but now he could and afford
Yeah,
the apartment by himself.
exactly.
Mm, mm. So one day at the bar, just one random day, we don't know when.
Yeah. Time does not exist.
It's irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Sean watches as Vince storms out of Tess's office. When he goes in, Tess tells Sean about the 2 mortgages that they have on the club and says that if she can't raise the money that she needs, which they never say how much, by the end of the month, the bar has to close.
Remember that.
Yes.
Okay.
Time is irrelevant.
Okay.
Also.
Okay. Please remember that.
Yeah. Yes.
End of the month.
End of the month.
4
which is
weeks.
coming in 3 months.
Yes. Okay, fine. I'll talk about it now.
Yay! Yes.
I was saving this for the end of the movie, but here we go. Tess has to the end of the month to pay these loans either off or start paying them or whatever. We're never told.
No.
We're never told. Tell me how in the span of a month, Allie has been performing in this club for what seems like a year.
Yes.
Because she's getting like newspaper articles written about her and like all this shit. Jack's fiance has come back when she wasn't supposed to be back for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he said like 2 or 3 more weeks, I think.
Yeah. Georgia is like 5 months pregnant at her wedding.
Yeah.
When she was not even showing at the beginning of this movie.
No, she's probably like a couple weeks, maybe a month.
But now she's very heavily pregnant, minimum 5, probably like 7 months pregnant at this wedding.
Yeah.
And
they have time to plan a whole
wedding.
Yeah.
But Tess has a month.
A month.
Okay. Okay.
Either they had more scenes and they cut them out, or they're just like, oh shoot, we said we gave them a month. How do we fit everything in?
Yeah, just squeeze everything together.
They really said, oops.
Oops.
Oops. So another night.
Yes.
Whatever night that is. Tess sends Nikki home because she's drunk and she obviously can't be on stage, and lets Allie take her spot. Nikki is obviously upset and goes to see Dave, the tech guy, and tells him that Tess wants to see him as the girls start their number.
Yeah, they start the number, but there's no one hitting the cues.
Yeah, no.
like there are spotlights that have to hit the girls at specific moments, and no one is there to do it, but they're being hit.
It's just Dave. Seemingly, it's just Dave up there.
But Dave, it's just Dave up there. But then somehow he leaves the booth, but they're being hit by their spotlights. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, who turned on their mics? Because,
I don't. Yeah. How?
Who started the music? Like, there's a whole bunch of like What's happening here?
There's another tech guy hiding up there somewhere. It's the Phantom.
The Phantom of the Opera comes out. He's like, Allie, sing for me.
Basically. So the performance gets a couple of seconds in, and Nikki decides to pull the cord on the song.
Yeah.
And everyone scrambles to figure out what to do as the curtain starts to close.
She pulls a cord, and it sounds like she's pulling like an aux cord out of like a bass guitar.
Yeah, it's a crunchy, and you can hear it. It's a very distinct, like someone obviously pulled the cord.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't something wrong with the board or anything. It was literally just her.
Yeah. And also the lights stopped. And I thought that was great.
Like, what'd she do? Just pull like everything out or what?
Like the red light stopped, and it just was like the stage lights. And I was like, how does that work?
Right. Does Nikki know what she's doing? Or she's just up there hitting everything?
Nikki, I got a little side hustle for you.
You're drunk right now and can't dance, but I know what you can do.
Maybe that's how she could afford her car.
Probably.
On the weekends, she does audio visuals.
Exactly. So Allie notices the curtain going down and decides to sing the song to save the show. And she finishes singing Tough Lover.
Great song. Bop number 3.
Great song. Bop number 3. Marcus and Tess are entranced by her singing, like the rest of the club is, as Nikki, you can go eat shit, because did your plan backfire?
It really did. You fucked yourself over so bad.
Yeah. I know you hated her, but you literally created an opportunity for her to shine even brighter. And that's all on you.
You pushed yourself out of being the main girl, and that's your own fault.
Yeah. Don't come crying to Tess. It's literally your fault. So after the number, Tess congratulates Allie on finishing it out and tells the other dancers and the band that tomorrow they're practicing to have the show live instead of with backing tracks like they usually do.
Yeah.
And that she's going to work up a whole new routine.
Yeah, because Tess has money to pay everyone to spend all day performing or rehearsing and then performing that night.
Of course.
The woman who has 2 balloon payments and is about to lose her club. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Of course.
A month.
Makes sense. In the month.
Yeah. And then also they're trying to play Allie's singing ability off as if it's like this raw natural talent, but no one can sing that off of talent alone.
No.
That is years of voice lessons. And Allie's just like, I don't know, I could just always do this. And I'm like, you're a fucking liar.
You are.
Like, you've been going into vocal lessons since you were like 3, haven't you?
Yeah. Also, do not tell me that like singing to a track and learning the track is not practice.
Yeah.
Because sorry, babe, it is. You hear something you like on somebody's track and you decide to learn that run. That's practicing something.
Yeah. But like, I'm 100%. I'm telling you right now, no one can sing that well without a voice teacher.
Yeah.
Look. I love Ariana Grande. I do. I was there before most of y'all were. I really was. I was with her back in her YouTube days. Most of y'all don't even know she had a YouTube channel.
Let's go.
Her singing kind of used to be all over the place before she like got into Hollywood, like really got into Hollywood and was like having vocal coaches.
Yeah.
She's much better now than she was when she started.
Oh yeah.
Because of vocal coaches. So there's absolutely no way Allie could just sing like that.
Yeah. Also, I have it on good authority. I am a graduated musical performance major. So do not come to me and saying people got natural talent. People may have natural abilities.
Not like that.
But not like that.
No.
You need somebody to cultivate it for you. You need to learn how to breathe. You need to learn how to project. You need to know how to enunciate. You need all of this training. Okay. Yes. A lot of you sound good out there for those of you who have just quote unquote learned how to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you do sound good, but it may not be healthy for you.
Yeah, and you probably don't sound as great as you could sound.
Yeah, if you had a vocal coach, and I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm not discouraging any of you, but if you want lessons, go take them.
Yeah, you probably should. If you want to be a great singer, you probably should.
Yeah.
Especially
Anyway.
if you want to be running around the stage like Allie was.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you need so much practice because dancing and singing
not easy. Not
no,
at all.
it's not. We've all seen the clip of Beyonce running on the treadmill while she's singing. Okay,
that's impossible.
We've all seen it. It's hard. Like, let me tell you, I've tried it. It's hard.
Yes, I have been on my bike doing my little exercise, and a song will come on, and I'll try to sing along with it. I'm like,
right
after like 2 seconds.
It's hard, dude.
It's very hard.
So Tess then lets Sean know that she's going to build everything around Allie. And Sean lets her know as Nikki watches from her little spiteful corner.
Yes.
Allie then leaves the stage and Marcus tries to talk her up and buy her a drink, but she does not accept it because in her mind, Marcus is dating Nikki. After work, Jack and the others are hanging out and Allie is invited to food after work because now she's a cool kid because she can sing.
Yeah, she's a popular girl now.
Ooh. Sean then talks to Jack about how he's looking at Allie and advises him that she won't be single forever, even though Jack has a fiance.
Yeah.
And Sean knows this.
Yeah, Sean knows this. And he's like encouraging him to like cheat on his fiance or dump his fiance.
Yeah. For a girl he met 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Because time.
It's his time. Time is relevant. Allie is then performing But I Am a Good Girl.
Yes, bop number
4. And her and the other girls use the whole club as their stage. Allie shows Jack her new look with a wig and her makeup because that's, I guess, her brand now because Sean said she'd look good with the short hair. And when he can't compliment her, she walks off upset because we're not brother and sister, Jack. You can just compliment me.
Mm-hmm. She's heavily flirting with him.
Oh, yeah.
Also, thank God. I don't know if it happened yet, but I'm going to say it now. Tess finally ups the price of the club to $50 a person, which is not enough. But,
it's not.
But like, no wonder her business was struggling. Like $50 should have been like the baseline.
Yeah.
Like at $20, she was giving tickets away. So yeah. I don't know what to say about Tess.
Also, people tell her that it's not enough too.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm like, girl. Unless somehow you're just gonna sell out of alcohol every night.
Yeah.
It's not.
I think $50 is too low.
Yeah. Like I would think 90 or 80, 90 to the minimum.
Yeah. I was thinking 100. But that's
true,
just me.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
Are we trying to make these payments or are we not trying to make these payments? Like, come on, Tess.
Right. She's acting like she doesn't care.
Girl, we see the movie. She doesn't care. She just pushes everything aside and pretends like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's bad for her.
Marcus now doubles his offer to Vince, which, $2 million. And he comes at Tess and they argue over what to do now that the offer has gone up.
Tess is like, it's fine. We're charging $50 a person.
Yeah, it's going to work out. I've got a week, but it'll last another month. Jack then comes home one night and stares at Allie as she gets ready. Which, ew.
Yeah, creepy.
And he helps her with her dress as she talks about her mom. And when they think they're having a moment, he is called away to talk to Natalie, his fiance, who he is still with.
Yes.
We then watch Allie perform.
A guy who takes his time. That's what I wrote.
A guy
didn't know the actual name of the song.
Guy what takes his time? That's what it said on Wikipedia.
Sure. At this point, why not?
Yeah.
I'll give it a bop status. Bop number 5.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a Bob status anyway, but yeah, title wise, we need to work on that.
That's awful.
Yeah. And we get a switch between her performance and Jack and Allie like hanging out together as Marcus like I don't know, totally like stares at her.
Stares her down. Yes.
Yeah, it's unnerving. We then hear during the song that Georgia is engaged. Yay! At the end of the night, Allie asks if Jack is ready to go home, and he says that he has to stay and do inventory. When Marcus swoops in, saying that Coco, who she was going to get a ride from, left already, and offers to take her out and holds her back hostage to get her to go with him.
And she actually does.
And she goes
with this stranger
that
she is not
she's talked to twice.
She's talked to him twice, and each time it was like
not
even like a paragraph's worth of talking.
Yeah, no.
They talk for like 3 seconds each time.
Yeah, and each time she's been like either, okay, yeah, I'll get your order, or no, thank you.
Yeah.
And walks away.
Don't do that, ladies.
No, please don't. Anybody.
Yeah, no one do that.
Don't do that. Don't trust anybody, please.
Not in LA.
No. So Allie gets in Marcus's car willingly. And when she notices that he isn't taking her back to her place,
she doesn't immediately jump out of the car or like beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
She's just like,
exactly.
Oh, well, I guess we're going somewhere.
Right. I'm going somewhere with a cool guy and he says he's rich.
Yeah.
She says that she can't see him because he's currently seeing Nikki, but Marcus just says that they're friends. Marcus then says he has to go to a party and make an appearance, and he ends up just bringing her to his own house party.
Yeah.
He shows her his amazing view and asks what she wants and says that he can help her get whatever it is that she needs.
Yeah.
He goes into Allie then get
and then he goes into this weird story about how he bought the strip mall that's like 5 miles down from where his house is, so that he could or he didn't buy it, he bought the air rights, which I looked
the air rights,
which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and it's a real thing. And technically he did buy the strip mall.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because from what I saw, you pretty much have to buy the property so that you can own the air above it.
Yeah.
I actually did some research, guys. Like, wow. Because I was like, that sounds so dumb. It can't be a real thing.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately a real thing.
Is. See, guys, we do care.
We do care.
We put good thought and research into this.
Yeah.
Allie gets home late and Jack notices. The next day, Allie gets a gift from Marcus, and it's the Louis Vuittons that she said that she liked on one of the girls at his party last night.
Yeah, he just knew her, she says.
Yeah, creepy. Allie then performs Express.
Number 6, possibly the best song in this movie.
Really?
Possibly. I have one other song it could be, but like,
is it the one that I'm thinking of?
I guess we'll see. See.
Keep your secrets. Jack then asks Allie about Marcus and her new shoes and warns her about his attentions. But Allie says that he doesn't need to worry about her, just about himself and Natalie. Which...
True.
True.
Very much true.
Allie is out with Marcus and Jack obviously doesn't like it. And so he's emotionally cheating on Natalie and needs to break up with her.
Yes.
We then
go to therapy.
Or go to therapy.
Because what the fuck?
Yeah. Anyway, we see Tess get a final notice because her month is finally coming to an end.
And she just throws it away.
She throws it away. She's just asking for them to shut her down.
Yes.
We then see a picture of Allie and the other girls in the newspaper.
Yeah, at this point, I was like, so you're telling me Allie is pretty much performing like a tour performance every night, and not one agent or record producer or anything tried to pick her up. Not one.
Yeah.
Like, she's performing well enough to be in the newspaper, but
Newspaper, yeah.
no one's like, hey, this girl is the whole package. She could dance and sing.
Right.
In LA, please.
They're just waiting for new fresh meat, bro. They would have swooped her.
They would have scooped her up like ice cream at Baskin Robbins. Just
straight up. In the dressing room, Coco lets Allie know that Marcus is waiting for her, and she goes to see him as she meets one of his producer friends. I don't know what he said he was.
I don't know. All she said was that he worked with Etta James, and I'm
Etta
like,
James.
That's not a producer you want then. That man is ancient. Like, you can no. No.
Yeah. Do better.
Do better. You can do much better.
Yeah. And Jack is watching all of this from the bar and is bummed out for himself.
He could have tried a little bit harder not to seem jealous. Just a little bit.
Honestly. Tess then lets Sean know about the notice and that they still need to make a lot more money.
Yeah. She keeps complaining about this money she owes the bank, but she's doing absolutely nothing about it.
She doesn't do anything. Yeah, no.
She's not going down to the bank to try to like refinance. She isn't.
Not until the 11th hour.
Girl, that pissed me off. She also isn't like trying to come up with a way to like fundraise for the club or something. Like, she could have had the girls do like a donation performance or something, like something. She didn't try to do anything and just thought it would just all go away somehow.
Yeah, she says she cares and then she doesn't do anything,
and then she does nothing. Like, at the minimum, she should have tried to get like a payment plan or refinance or something.
Yeah, maybe she's tried it before and they all just are like, we can't help you anymore.
We can't help you. Probably because you waited to the last minute to do everything.
Yeah. Anyway, after that work day, Tess and Allie are talking and lets her know to be careful with who she hangs out with regarding Marcus. And Allie promises that she'll be careful. Sorry. Sean then gives Tess costumes to fix as she leaves. And on her way out, Dave asks if she'd like to rehearse her number, "You Haven't Seen the Last of Me," which she does.
That's a long ass title. I literally just put "Last of Me."
on the CD, it says "Last of Me," and then on the Wikipedia page, it says "You Haven't Seen the Last of Me."
I'm gonna keep "Last of Me." "You Haven't Seen the Last of Me" is way too long of a title.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a guy who, or what takes his time, like ridiculous.
Yeah. Is this going on the bop counter?
Yes, I put it as a ballot bop. Number 7.
Okay. All right. I don't usually vibe with it, but like, we'll keep it. So Tess is leaving after her performance, and Nikki is there waiting for her. Nikki is griping on Allie again, and Tess really isn't having it. So Nikki quits and admits that she slept with Vince after their honeymoon, and Tess smashes her window as Nikki goes to drive off.
And Nikki is lucky that's all Tess did.
Honestly, Tess
could have and should have dragged her out of the car by that Party City wig she had on and beat the shit out of her.
Honestly, she deserved so much more. But that's just me.
She's so lucky all Tess did was smash her window.
Yeah. So Ellie comes home late and Jack is in her bed. And the next morning he wakes her up early by grinding some coffee. And they argue over her current lifestyle of staying out late and her seeing Marcus. And she rags on him for being a bartender who doesn't know what he wants.
Okay.
We are then at George's wedding,
which Allie somehow got invited to.
Yeah,
Did they ever speak to each other?
No. They show them hanging out together, but I don't think they've really had any
They hung out
interactions.
when?
Well, I say hang out, like George is at the bar and like so is Allie, and they're all talking in a group, but they're not interacting with each other.
See, I don't think they're friends at all. I don't know why Allie would have been invited, especially since Allie took George's job.
True.
But whatever.
Whatever. At the reception later, Allie notices that Jack is on the phone arguing with Natalie. At the same time, Coco and Sean are talking about the DJ checking her out when he's actually checking out Sean.
Yes, it is. Stanley Tucci plays gay way too well to not be at least bisexual.
I can believe that.
Like you can't.
I love Stanley Tucci.
Love Stanley Tucci. You can't tell me that man's not like bisexual.
Or pan.
Or pan or something. There's no way he's 100% straight.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
Or if he
cool.
Cool. You're really good at acting.
You're a great actor.
You're a great actor. I love that for you. Sean and Tess then talk about their relationship out on the dance floor, which I don't know what it is, but there's something there.
Yeah.
There may or may not be something there. We then see Jack getting trashed at the bar and Allie comments on it. He drunkenly flirts with her, and when she goes to walk away, he apologizes for his actions and tells her that he and Natalie just broke up. They get back to their apartment late, and Jack does a weird striptease. Is that correct?
Yeah, I get it. It was messy, Kelley. It really was. It was messy.
If I was Allie, I would have been like, dude, just go to bed.
Go to bed, please.
Go to bed, please.
I know
because whatever's going on right now.
I know he had liquor sweats. I just know it.
Ooh.
I just know he just reeked of alcohol. Like it was just seeping through his pores.
Oh yeah.
Which, by the way,
100%.
I luckily have never been that drunk. Never. And I hope to never be that drunk.
Oh, honestly, same.
I
don't think he remembered anything the next morning.
Oh, absolutely not. He woke up with Allie next to him. He was like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah, he probably wakes up and was like, Allie, what the hell are you doing here? What the hell? Allie then sings "Bound to You" as we see their relationship start. ? And wow, is that fast?
Yeah, Bach number. I literally wrote that. I wrote them sleeping together the same night he broke up with his girlfriend is very on brand for Jack.
It is. It is. And then she goes and sings a song called "Bound to You."
Bound to You. Bop number 8. But like
Bop number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it all comes crashing down anyway because Natalie shows up at the apartment.
Okay, Kelley. I literally wrote, "Is that Miss Quinn Fabre?"
Yeah.
Why have I never noticed before that was her?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've always known, and whenever I see her, I'm just like, it's Quinn Fabre.
And has her acting in this scene always been this bad?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I don't remember this scene being so cringy.
It is.
It was so bad.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Also, did he actually break up with Natalie or not? I'm confused.
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Natalie says you don't break up with a girl like me over the phone.
Oh, okay. Because like at first the way she was acting was like the breakup never happened.
Yeah. No, she says that they broke up.
Go.
Yeah, which makes me so upset. She's like, you don't break up with a girl like me over the phone. I'm like,
but I did.
I mean, he can. He can.
he can.
I mean, I know that's a douchebag move because you guys are engaged, but like, you're in New York City.
Right. I think
And
in this instance it's acceptable.
yeah, because he's been emotionally cheating on you for the past 6 months.
Yeah. 6 months pushed into 1 month. But he was right. Like he had no other choice but to break up with you.
Yeah, over the phone.
Over the phone. Like
she just can't get over it.
You were on the other side of the country.
Yeah. So what was he gonna do?
Yeah. You wanted him to fly all the way to New York just to break up with you?
Right. No, we're not spending that type of money for that.
No.
So Allie is confused about the whole thing, and Jack makes her leave the apartment so that he can talk to Natalie.
Yeah.
Allie then goes, yeah.
That move.
Allie then goes to Sean's apartment and finds the DJ at the door. His name is Mark.
Oh, he had a name over my head.
Yeah, his name is Mark.
How does Allie just know where everyone lives?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
She just knows where everyone lives. It's very weird.
Yeah, like I would understand her knowing where Jack lived because they're friends, but how does she know where Sean lives?
Right? Also, why does Sean look like, why does his like apartment or wherever look like it's not in California at all? Like it does not look it does not look like a California apartment in the slightest.
Also, he looks like he lives in a motel room.
Yes.
Yet Jack is living in a nicer studio.
Yeah. Weird.
Make it make sense.
Weird.
So while Allie is at Sean's apartment, she gets a call from Marcus asking to see her. Mark is then leaving Sean's apartment, and Jack shows up looking for Allie and finds that she has gone to see Marcus for lunch.
Even though he said dinner.
I know, but she left early.
That was weird. He was like, you want to meet up for dinner? And she was like, yeah. And then now it's lunch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Questionable. So after finding that out, Jack storms off as Sean sets up lunch with Mark.
Yes.
Tess and Sean are in her office, and she has 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
2 days.
You heard me correctly. To get money for the mortgage, and she has been turned down from every bank that she has gone to for a loan.
Yeah. Probably because
which is not surprising.
Probably because she went 2 days before she got foreclosed on.
Yeah.
Like that just screams high risk to me. And I don't even work in banking.
Right. Like, so babe, you're going to be foreclosed on, and you knew this how long in advance? Right. And you're coming to me now. I'm so sorry. I can't approve this. Yeah, sorry. So Sean tells her to take the offer because it's too late to do anything else, clearly. And she gets upset, saying that she doesn't want to. And he says that she needs to keep that fighting spirit.
Because that's going to help. The fighting spirit. Not the money she needs, but the fighting spirit.
That's how I'm going to get rid of my student loans, my fighting spirit.
Actually, that is how I'm getting rid of mine, because Joseph, I'm not paying them.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. Not happening. And also, you might want to get rid of them if you want to be voted for president again. Just saying.
You're right.
Otherwise, the Democrats need to come up with a new candidate, because it's looking bad.
It's not working.
It's looking bad.
So Allie is now at Marcus's house, and she sees a model for a retail/home space. He says it's retail, but I don't know. At the location of the Burlesque.
Yeah. Also, Marcus's house is ridiculously big.
Yeah.
No single person should have a house that big.
They really shouldn't.
Hell, no family needs a house that big. But
I understand you can afford it, but just don't. You don't need to be wasting your money like that.
You took up the space that could be for like 2, maybe 3 houses. And you are a single person. Really? Was that necessary?
It's not. It really is not.
It's not in the slightest.
He's doing it anyway. So she asks Marcus if Tess knows about it, and Marcus confirms that she does.
She doesn't.
Allie
Okay.
Okay. Well, she knows about the offers, so he is lying.
Yeah.
Allie then asks what's going to happen to her and the others who work there, and that he says that he's doing the best for them, but she doesn't agree and walks out.
Yeah, he like didn't even answer her question.
No,
She
he
was like,
didn't.
"What about all the girls at the club and like the bartenders?" It was like, "Oh, they'll be fine.
Yeah, he's like, they'll find another job. It's cool.
They'll find it. It's not hard to find a dancing job in LA,
Of course not.
especially one that like gives you a consistent salary and not just like
Mm,
you work for a couple of days and that's it."
mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Allie then shows up to the club as Sean asks how Tess's time at the bank went. Allie comes up and tells Tess about Marcus's skyscraper that will tear down the club, but she doesn't want to hear it. And when Sean tries to stop her, she goes up to Tess's office anyway. Tess isn't listening to Allie until she gets a moment to talk about air rights.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you ever heard about these things called air rights?
Right.
I got something for you.
So the next day, the day that the club is supposed to close, Tess
It is the day the club is supposed to close.
Yeah.
I like, why did that not even like register in my mind? Wow.
Yeah.
And no
Yeah.
one knows. Like literally no one
No.
knows.
No. Allie and Tess are together and they go to see a man who wanted to buy her club a couple of years ago, who also owns the condominium that is being built across the street. And they tell him about Marcus's skyscraper that is going to be where her club is, that will screw up the view of his condos. And they try to strike up a deal. That night at the club, Tess goes to Vince and says that she's going to buy him out with the money that she made from whatever agreement she made with the guy who owns the condos.
Yeah, they made an agreement over like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And she paid off her loans and everything within a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Like this is a deal that probably would have taken weeks. And she did it in like, let's say 5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Lawyers need to be involved.
Contracts need to be made.
Yeah. That is not done in under 5 hours.
Yeah. And she had to do this all within banking hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Vince is relieved about the whole ordeal. Tess then goes up to Allie and she jokes that she'd like to hear Tess tell her thank you as Nikki walks up. Nikki apologizes for her actions and asks for her job back, which Tess agrees to when Nikki leaves. And Tess warns Allie that if she acts anything like Nikki, she is immediately going to be fired.
But then she lets Nikki back. So I'm like, why the fuck did you do that? Okay. Okay.
So Allie is now backstage at getting ready at her mirror. And Nikki is watching her and they pseudo like make up or like
sure
let the bad air
they just
out.
like stare at each other.
Yeah, they kind of like half smile at one another and that's about it.
That's it.
So Jack finds Allie and he wants to talk to her, but she doesn't want to talk about what happened between them. Jack then says that it's officially over between him and Natalie and apologizes for his actions and says that he wants her to come back. Allie asks what the proposal is, and they treat it like they did the apartment, and they agreed to be together.
Yeah, except this time they'll share the bedroom.
Oh. They kiss, and before he leaves, Jack says that he's finished a song, and instead of playing it for her, he wants her to perform it. Allie then performs "Show Me How You Burlesque."
Top number 9.
Number 9.
Probably the best song in this movie, tied with Express.
The best song.
Can't pick between Express or this song.
I'm choosing. I'll Show You How You Burlesque. I love that one.
Great song.
That's my favorite song. And that's where the movie ends.
Yay.
Yay. We did it, guys.
We did
We
it.
made it through.
All in a month.
Our all in a month.
All in a month.
A very realistic month.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for the movie next?
Yes, I am.
Most of the flamboyant costumes worn by Cher were her own clothes, which were
Not shocking.
Designed by her longtime friend Bob Mackie.
Not shocking to me.
This is Cher's first musical film.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And would you like to guess the budget for Burlesque?
Ooh, it was very low. So I'm thinking like 20, 25 million.
Mm-mm.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. 40.
This is one of
40 million.
This is one of Screen Gem's most expensive films outside of the Resident Evil ones.
45 million.
No.
Kelley. There's like 2 locations in this entire movie.
Uh-huh.
And then like Marcus's house, which like they probably rented for like a day and shot their scenes.
But it's higher than 45.
I'm going to say this number and I'm going to cry if it's either this number or higher than this number. $100 million.
Oh no.
Thank God.
No, it did not get that high. It did not get that high. It is 55 million.
That's too much. I know a lot.
It doesn't seem like a lot.
I know like at
should have got into this.
I know like at least a third of that probably went to Cher and Christina Aguilera's salaries. But that's still way too much money for this movie.
Yeah, it's very high.
It's very high.
It's very high. Would you like to guess who was also considered to play Jack?
To play Jack. Chris Evans.
No.
I'm gonna go through like all the Chris's. Chris Pine.
None of them are Chris's, by the way.
None of the Chris's. Okay. Adam Levine.
Think other actors that this man would have been in contact with during this time.
That this man would have been in contact with.
Yeah. Think franchise.
The only franchise that's coming up is Twilight, and I know damn well it's not Robert Pattinson. Is it?
I am Batman. Yes. Robert Pattinson.
Who else?
Kellen Lutz and Taylor Lautner.
So just the whole Twilight fam.
The whole Twilight cast.
Everyone auditioned.
Oh yeah.
People.
Yeah.
They were like, we'll make a day out of it. We'll all go audition. We'll go get some lunch.
Yeah, why not? Why not? And then whoever gets it, no hard feelings.
Yeah, no hard feelings. They pay for lunch.
Yeah. Can I give you my favorite movie fact?
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
So in an interview, Cher has stated that she felt this could have been a much better film.
Yes.
Putting the blame on its writer/director, Steve Anton. She said he was a terrible director, really terrible director, and really terrible script. I remember him saying to me, I don't care about what you say. I just want to shoot the dance numbers. She also added that had it been shorter, it would have squeaked by and been a really good popcorn movie.
I already think it's a good popcorn movie because, like, if you don't pay attention to the plot, it's fun.
The music's good. But yeah,
maybe
she totally ragged on it.
Maybe this man should just direct music videos.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his wheelhouse. Maybe that's what he should be doing.
I mean, if he's just straight up saying he wants to just do dance stuff, music videos are your bet, man.
Yeah, let's go do some music. Maybe a musical, like an actual like, stage musical. Maybe let's do that.
Yeah, or maybe you can do another Step Up movie.
Let's not. but we could keep throwing out ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it.
We'll work on it. We'll come back. Cool. we'll come back at like 4:00 with
Yeah,
our
yeah, yeah, yeah,
findings.
yeah. Yeah, that's enough time for everybody, right?
Yeah. It gives us a full working day.
Yes, yes. So here comes the question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's iconic?
I put yes, but only for the music.
Same, same.
The movie objectively is bad. Like,
Yeah.
we already went over how the timeline makes absolutely
Ugh,
no sense.
it's garbage.
It's so bad, but the music slaps, so I will let it go. Also, I love me some Kristen Bell. I really do. Really do.
Same. Like I there are some movies that I watch that are like musicals that I just watch for the music, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Like I could potentially save my time and just watch everything on YouTube, but I'm like,
No. We need it to flow.
we need the whole thing.
We need
Yeah,
the
we need the
flow.
whole thing. Yeah, I need to be in the right mindset. I need to watch Ellie grow,
Yeah.
kind of.
We need to
But
see
yeah.
her go from a country bumpkin to an LA star.
Yeah. It's about the character development.
Yeah. Or lack thereof.
But only through song.
Yeah.
Okay. No acting.
No ethic. But yeah.
But yes, it's very iconic.
Great
we
music.
Love it.
Great music. No one's winning an award for their acting in this movie.
No, and I don't know if they expected to win one.
No.
Yeah.
Towards the end, it really felt like people were phoning it in. But honestly, after I heard about what Cher said, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
We understand. Okay.
Also,
so
did Cher not read the script before she signed on to do this movie?
I don't know. Or maybe they got her so early that they're like, we're still working on the script.
Yeah, we're still working on it.
But here's the general idea.
Yeah. We're paying you like $10 million.
Yeah.
And she's like,
that
cool.
Also helped.
Yeah.
She's like, good. Oh, 10 mil?
Because I fail to believe someone who said they hated the script this much would sign on for it if they had read the script before.
Yeah, I feel that.
Unless they completely changed the script at like the last minute.
They could have.
And that's probably very likely.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah.
So, what are your recommendations for this week?
Cool. I have 3. My first one is a song called Cardboard Box by Flo. Great song. Okay. It's all over Twitter. Kelley wouldn't know anything about that.
I would not.
She doesn't even post the podcast stuff on Twitter. Yeah, I think they're like a group out in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been blowing up on Black Twitter. If you don't know what Black Twitter is, good. That means you're not Black, so stay away from it.
Let it stay that way.
Let it stay that way. Good song. You should really listen to it. It's like it's a very short song because songs aren't long anymore.
No, they're not.
Because of streaming. Thanks. That's why we don't have bridges anymore. Thank you so much, streaming. But yeah, it's a really good song. You should listen to it. My second one, my homegirl Leanne Rimes. I know we had a Leanne Rimes recommendation last week from Kelley, but now it's my turn.
We can't have too much Leanne Rimes.
You really can't. This one is The Heart Never Forgets. Great song.
Yeah.
Great song. I first heard this song on an episode of Moesha, and I was like, yeah. If you go to listen to that episode of Moesha now, they do not play the song. So if you go on Netflix and try to listen to it, you won't hear the song.
Got claimed.
You had to be there.
Yeah, you had to be there to get the full experience.
You had to be there to get the full experience. But great song though. You could still go listen to the song. Very good.
Give the song some love.
Does Leanne Rimes make bad music? Kind of. But this song is not it. I hate Blue. I hate that song so it's too country for me. I hate it. This
I don't
is
think I've heard that song in a long time.
The Heart Never Forgets is right up my wheelhouse. It's very pop country. Love it. We talked about pop country last week. We love us some pop country.
Yes, we do.
My third recommendation, I literally found this yesterday and immediately added it to my list.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I went on Facebook because I check on Facebook like every once in a while, and the
Mhm.
top thing that showed up was a clip from a Netflix show
Mhm.
or a show on Netflix. I don't think it's a Netflix show. It's a Japanese show called Old Enough. It's literally a show where they have kids go do tasks for their parents, like 2 to 5 year olds. It is
Oh,
adorable.
what?
It is the cutest thing in the entire
Oh.
world. The first episode, this little boy gets sent to the store to go get some stuff for his mom. It's so cute. He
Oh.
walks to the store and she gives him a little flag so that he could cross the street and the cars know to stop. It's so adorable. He like puts his
Oh.
little flag out, all the cars stop, he walks over, he makes it
Oh
to the
my
store.
gosh.
He has to get like 3 things, and like it's a mess. He gets the first 2 things and then like he pays for it, and then he's like starts walking back home and he's like, oh no, I forgot something. And so he has to go back. It's so cute. But he
Oh.
gets everything he needs to get. It's so adorable.
And to be fair, we neither of us are kid people.
No,
So the fact that I am awing and he's saying this is cute.
it is cute. It's so cute. The second episode, this little boy has to go make juice.
Uh-huh.
Because I guess his like grandparents own like a mandarin farm or something.
Oh,
And
okay.
so his mom just puts a whole bunch of mandarins into his backpack and is like, go make us some juice. And so he runs home, and instead of making juice, he just plays with a street dog for like an hour. And then his mom finally calls, is like, where are you? And he's like,
Oh.
yeah, I made the juice. He did not make the juice.
Oh.
And then he goes plays again, and then his mom calls again, and then he
No.
finally makes the juice, and then he brings it back to everybody, and everybody's so proud of him for making the juice again. It's
Oh.
adorable. I can't wait to finish
Oh.
this show. It's so cute.
That sounds so
So
adorable.
everyone watch Old Enough on Netflix. It's so cute. What about you, Kelley?
So I went on a binge of SZA songs.
Always a good time.
So I'm going to recommend 3 SZA songs.
Justice to Drew Barrymore.
Yes, justice for Drew Barrymore. So the first one is, it's not, SZA is featured on it, but it's The Need to Know by Wale featuring SZA.
Mhm.
So good. The next one is called Quicksand by SZA. I guess it's for a Hulu show called Insecure.
Oh, I love Insecure.
Okay, because
I say
I've
that
never
as
seen
if I
that.
finished the show. I have not finished the show,
Oh,
but I do
okay.
like Insecure. It's very funny moments. Love the episode
Okay.
where they go to Coachella. Hilarious.
Ooh, okay. And my last SZA recommendation is Garden, Say It Like That from the Control album. So good. Also, just listen to the Control album.
Yes,
It's so good.
you'll have fun time.
Yes, you will. And that is it for me.
Great. So thank you so much for listening.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget to follow us on our social media. We have a Twitter and an Instagram. They're both at SYTYI Podcast. I post on the Twitter sometimes because Kelley never does.
I don't know how Twitter works.
And I also post on Instagram sometimes. Like every once in a
that's mostly me though.
That's mostly her, but every once in a while I'll post something I found like on TikTok on the story.
Yeah.
But that one's mostly Kelley, but she
Yeah.
never posts on the Twitter account.
No.
If anything's
No.
posted on Twitter, it's probably me.
Yeah, just know it's him.
It's probably me. Don't forget to send us your movie requests or your movie stories at our email, sytyi podcast@gmail.com. Were you one of the dancers in this movie?
Yes.
Are there any clubs in LA that still don't have any windows? Let us know.
Are you a business major and are willing to write a paper on how bad this business is run by Tess?
Yeah. Please let us know.
Let us know.
Am I correct in assuming that a $1 million buyout was a bad
A bad idea.
a bad idea?
A bad deal.
And Vince should be like slapped for even taking that insulting offer?
Right.
Because
that does not seem market value at all.
Not at all. There are houses in LA that cost more than that. So I know damn for sure a business should not cost that. A business with a parking lot. Absolutely not. So yeah, let us know. Also share us with your friends and your family. Subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen. And don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, please.
Also, don't forget to continue to wear your mask. Shout out to Philadelphia for like for reimposing their mask mandates. Good for you. Yeah. Let's do that out here. When I went to LA, like no one wore masks, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
I feel like LA hasn't worn them in a long time.
That was it was a like culture shock to me. I was like, "Where are your guys' masks?" I thought y'all were supposed to be very like caring, not caring. It was LA.
Yeah, no.
I thought y'all were supposed to be very like above it all, but whatever. Also, don't forget to wash your hands. Get your booster shots if you're over the age of 60 or have an underlying condition. Get your second booster shot or third, whatever number those people are
whatever we're on.
I don't know. And stay iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.